Do 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 do. God, this took forever. I literally, I don't know if anyone's here, but I literally had to sign into this account 7 times. 7. Because OBS fucking forgets my account every time it closes, and it crashed 7 times. But we're live now. We did it. I might need to announce it because it says no one's present, which makes sense because it's been a bit, because I messed it up. Aftershow. Yes, we're doing an aftershow. Sorry, I got very heated in the last 10 minutes because this app made me refill this out 7 times. I signed into my account 7 times. It's too many times. Too many times for any decent human being. Hello, everyone, though. If you didn't know, OBS is the worst thing that's ever existed on planet Earth. But other than that, nice to see you all. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. How did we feel about planet? Oh, who we got in the chat? We got Jackson the King. We got another guy named King. I'm now the age you are when you started making TikToks. I wish I had your style of humor, Lamau. Thank you. I mean, I'm sure you're also funny. I don't feel like I'm super funny. In fact, I'm very jealous of a lot of people who seem much more naturally funny than I am. But you know what? That's life. Always to be jealous. I was having lunch once with a friend of mine who's like way more successful than I am, and he was telling me that he doesn't feel successful because his videos don't get like 1 million views. And I was like, dude, it's crazy. You never get to the end. Yes, OBS asking for signing back in is a massive pain. I cannot stand it. 7 times. That's too many damn times. It kept annoying me. Remember who I am. I'm still me. I'm me every time. Genuinely convinced me to go read the comics the movie was based off with these. Hey, that's great. That's what we want to see. I didn't know you released part 2. Should I watch it then come back? No, I mean, you're fine. Be here now. But then do watch it. Because these videos flopped so hard. I kind of thought they would do really well because the other like movie ones I did, like Next Avengers, did great. And so I was like, Planet Hulk, because I didn't have a great January. But Planet Hulk, I was like, well, get me back on top. And then it's my worst performing video. YouTube will like give you like rankings of the last 10 videos you've made, and it's 10 out of 10, and it's not close. And all of the shorts are 10 out of 10 each time I post them. They beat the record for worst short each time. So yeah. So go watch it is the point. Like, please watch it. But they did not do well. Why did you call my boy Beta Ray Bill Horse Thor? It's an insult to Corbinites everywhere. In my defense, look at him and tell me it's not Horse Thor. Bro, you are fucking hilarious. You have the exact sense of humor I look forward to every upload. Aw, thank you very much. That means the world to me. Isn't January like famously a really bad time for views and ads? I'm sure it'll get better. I've been told this, yes, because I complain a lot and often. As you may have noticed from these lives, I don't have much of a filter, especially in regards to making myself look professional. I imagine everyone suffers from tech issues as much as I do, but they don't discuss it as often. That said, yeah, I've been told that apparently January is like famously bad. I think this is my first January as like a real YouTuber. Last January, when the TikTok strike happened, I like convinced myself that I was going to start really committing to YouTube. Not strike, ban. And then I had a bunch of compilations going out back then, but not a lot of original content. I enjoyed the reaction. I thought these would do good. Me too. I think they're pretty fun. I think it's a wonderful film. Love the movie. I would have loved a World War Hulk movie after this. I think the movie's better because there is no World War Hulk. I think if it had to end with Sakaar getting exploded and Kyra dying so that he could go and like attack Earth, it'd be a worse film. The fact that it gets to just end with him living on Sakaar as the king makes the story much better. I do truly hate how Planet Hulk ends. It's a wonderful comic run until the last 2 issues. Interesting. That makes so much more sense. I don't know what we're talking about. I could be easily convinced he's Kangaroo Thor. I used to think he was like a goat man, but he is a horse. Like as soon as someone said horse to me, I was like, yeah, that is definitely a horse. But I think because he's not the color of a horse, people don't put it together. But like the face is a horse skull. He's a Corbinite super soldier. Most of them don't look like that. I think Horse Thor is fine. Thank you. I always felt that World War Hulk ruins Planet Hulk. It does. Like, it's very much like comics have to continue. Hulk can't live in space now. He has to come back to Earth and be Hulk. So that was a nice little story. Anyway, kick off the next event. Horseface Thor is definitely a nickname I've heard on other podcasts. This is what I'm saying. I like hearing the word other as if I am a podcast. Podcasts, I think, have a little bit more respect to them. Guys, you know what? I don't know why I just randomly thought of this. Valentine's Day is next Saturday. I gotta plan something. Shit. Totally forgot. If Marvel did something similar to DCKO, what do you think it would be like? They do it all the time. Like, arena tournament arcs are fairly common. The recent one we had, there was X of Swords, was DCKO, but for X-Men. There was like a twist where they weren't all fighting, and that was fun. More traditional, like just Mortal Kombat-y, we had the stupid thing with the Phoenix, where everyone got the Phoenix for a second and then got to fight. It's a pretty... Like, comic books, at the end of the day, you got to cater to your audience, and a lot of people like to see comic book characters fight each other. And, you know... Honestly, if Hulk had just stayed as the king of Sakaar, appeared less, it wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't, but it would drive less sales, and you couldn't have 7 different Hulk books out. You'd be the one straight man I trust with the podcast. Well, thank you. That's high praise. I have been getting recommended your uploads every time, and I instantly click to watch because I know YouTube values that so much. Thank you so much. That's such a nice thing to do. It's funny how often Beta Ray Bill comes up as a beloved character, but how little his origin comes up in adaptations and the comics themselves besides the DWJ run. I mean, he's Horse Thor. Like, that's, at the end of the day, that's all you need. Everything else about his origin is completely inconsequential from, like, a marketing standpoint. You throw him in, he looks like Thor, but he's got a he's got a horse face. It does beg the question why this movie doesn't just use Thor, especially because Thor is in it in that flashback. They don't just completely sub him out with Beta Ray Bill. And I have to assume it's because Thor looks human. And the whole like plot in the book is that they're all monsters. And I guess if it was Thor straight up, Hulk would be more like, you sent me, like, you're part of the humans that sent me to this planet, so I hate you. But because it's Beta Ray Bill, there's enough distance for him to be like, oh, we're chill. Because even in the book with Surfer, originally he's nice. Like, Surfer's like, hey, with Surfer, he's like, hey, Surfer, is that you? And then that's why Surfer says, forgive me, before he hits him. Because they're like buds. Like, Hulk's not gonna fight him until Surfer makes him fight him. But like, then he's like, oh, fuck you. I thought you were different than the humans. You're the same. You want to beat me up, and that's mean. And so then he fights Surfer for real. But I think with Thor, he just would have been like, no, fuck you, in general. Also, my previous comment was referring to how January being bad for views and stuff was interesting. I know YouTube stream delay is a pain. Yeah. It's long. I feel like it's like a very long gap between when you guys hear something and when I say it. But it is what it is. We make do. I gotta figure out how to do that thing that some people have where like you can spend money and then like shit happens. Like your text gets highlighted or whatever. But I can barely make running a live work. Remember when I used to like be able to video game and shit? I don't know why OBS died on me. It used to be so easy to use. You should react to Spider-Verse. Ooh. I watched all 3 animated Hulk movies in the same day, and I gotta say Planet Hulk is the best version of Hulk versus Wolverine a close second. Yeah, I would go Planet Hulk, Hulk versus Wolverine, Hulk versus Thor, by far. Hulk versus Thor is just not a Hulk movie, in a way that even Hulk versus Wolverine isn't, you know? Like, Hulk versus Thor is a Thor movie, and if you like Thor, you're probably gonna like it a lot. I think it has more, like, story than Hulk versus Wolverine, and lore, but, I would watch Hulk versus Wolverine again before I'd watch Hulk versus Thor. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, someone said Beta Ray Bill is a seahorse, and that's kind of fucking my brain up, but I understand what you mean, and you're right. Do 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 do. You should react to the Spider-Man show, Spectacular Spider-Man. Possibly. Wait, so like the opening scene with Hulk waking up on the ship, so like if the Illuminati decided a human was too strong for the Hulk and just threw him with the Hulk, would the Hulk hate the human? Yes. I think, like, I mean, if he woke up on the ship with someone else, I feel like he wouldn't hate that guy because that guy is, like, his buddy. Or not his buddy, but, like, in the same exact boat. But, yes, if Hulk were to come across another Earthling, kind of like Thor Ragnarok, I think he would not be amicable. I'm rewatching the MCU with a friend, and she's never really seen any of the movies, just finished Avengers last night, and said that was her absolute favorite was Hulk, which is a crazy pull to me. Hulk peaks. Like, MCU Hulk peaks at Avengers. That is the best Hulk ever got, is the original Avengers. He's so good in it. It handles Hulk perfectly. I like when Hulk feels like a monster. I know, like, the toddler is, like, the more common whatever, but when he's, like, an actual curse and a burden, that's what I'm interested in. Because I gotta be one of, like, 8 people who prefers Bruce Banner. Like, I find Bruce Banner to be a much more compelling character than Hulk on his own, unless you really beef up Hulk as a person. Like, Planet Hulk, he's kind of just a guy. Like, apparently I was reading that they based him on, like, Clint Eastwood and The Man with No Name and stuff for the comic. That's what they were trying to do. And that comes across. Like, that's a Western hero. I can get behind that. But usual Hulk is just kind of like an annoyed kid. Can you explain why so many people hate on Inhumans? Is it just because of Iger? Yes. I think the hate for the Inhumans comes entirely from this one dumb racist man's idea that him being racist actually isn't involved in this decision. But it is a notable fact to always bring up about him. But it's because they didn't have rights to the X-Men, so they tried to make the Inhumans the X-Men through, like, very stupid ways. Down to, like, having a whole event where literally the same thing that made more Inhumans killed X-Men characters, to forcing new characters that were premiering to be Inhuman instead of mutants, like Ms. Marvel. It was stupid, it was shoved down people's throats, and they're just not as interesting of characters. Like, they're just, like, they did not connect the same way. It'd be one thing if they were, like, equally good, but they were boring. People didn't like it. I always found Hawkeye's and Hulk's relationship much more interesting than it's ever treated as. Are you a big fan of Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Meek not being important in either of the movies was kind of sad. He was my favorite part of Planet Hulk. I didn't read World War Hulk. I think Meek is very important in the Planet Hulk movie. Like, even more than Korg, Meek is Hulk's friend in this movie. I do think, excuse me, and also he's the only one who gets the other, like, he gets his own moment, you know, where he gets to fight the governor. I do think getting rid of his, like, tragic origin and his radicalization is a negative, but it's also, like, I get you didn't have time. But Meek is, like, truly the secondary protagonist of that story. And he goes down the dark side, while Hulk, like, we're getting too in the weeds here, but the whole thing about, like, the Sakaar Sun and the World Breaker, Hulk is the Sakaar Sun, Meek is the World Breaker, down to literally blowing up the planet at the end. Like, Meek is the problem. And he starts out small and frail, he gets radicalized, he starts killing a bunch of people aimlessly. He tries to fight Hulk. He blows up the world. He's just got so much anger inside of him. Nikhil in a maid outfit when? Years ago. 4 years ago I wore a maid outfit. Go find the video. Are they like that in the comics too? Yeah, I'm talking about the comics. Hulk, I don't have friends. Rick Jones, well, that's just hurtful. To be fair, he had been chucked into space. Funny, I just got done watching the vid. I love Pike's Hulk run. Me too. It's not Pike, it's Pulk. Pack. But I can't read, and that's my apologies. Genuine question. Do Meek, Korg, and Hulk even talk to each other in the MCU? Surely. Like, they're all in Ragnarok. Meek doesn't talk in the MCU. Meek is terrible in the MCU. Like, that's a whole other character. They just called the vague bug one Meek. And that's fine. But, like, that's not a character, let alone this character. Korg is, like, a different guy. But it's still clearly Korg, you know? But, Korg and Hulk definitely talk. That has to have happened. Meek and Hulk, I have no idea. All three of them, probably not. I actually love the Inhumans. All their cosmic shit when they became part of the Kree was cool. I hate that they messed them up by trying to make them replace mutants. Very dumb decision. Oh, for sure. I don't think Korg talks to Hulk in Ragnarok. That can't be true. What about the end on the ship? I feel like they definitely speak. Oh yeah, doesn't Meek have knife hands in the movies? What a weird version of Meek. Like, why Meek? Just call it a new guy. I do think, standing by, when Taika decided to do, like, to work in Planet Hulk into his Thor Ragnarok idea, I imagine what it was he came up with a basic idea of Thor Ragnarok, and someone was like, oh, that whole, like, gladiator thing is very similar to Planet Hulk. And then he was like, what? And then he watched this movie. And then he was like, all right, we'll work some of that in. That's what I think happened. They made Hulk-related characters into Thor supporting characters. Yeah, because it was a Thor movie. And humans do seem like they're turning up with the universal level run currently. Looking forward to seeing where that goes. Nikhil is anti-Knives Hand. I am anti-Knives Hand. I know you're completely right about the Ragnarok there. Yeah, I feel like I am. Like, I think that's got to be what it was. You ever seen that interview with Taika Waititi where someone's like, oh, are the goats inspired? Like, the goats remind me of the Taylor Swift meme. And then he was like, what Taylor Swift meme? And they showed him the video of the screaming goat. And he was like, you know what? This is exactly what I based these on. Like, because he was like, oh, it's like the classic screaming goat. And everyone was like, what the hell are you talking about, the classic screaming goat? And he's like, that's a normal thing, you know, everyone loved. And then he watched the video, he was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Was that those screaming goats specifically. And so it's straight up just the goats from the meme. He just didn't remember where he got it from. Are the Inhumans jerks in the comics too? Kind of. The Inhumans are much more like Game of Thronesy in the books, I feel like, especially pre-mutanification. All Hulk side characters get reworked into other hero side characters. Yes. Because, to be fair, Hulk doesn't have a ton of... Oh, actually, that's true. Hulk does have his own side characters, but they're not very interesting. Like, I think Rick Jones is the most interesting, and he wasn't even a... Well, let me stop. I don't know if that's true. Was Rick originally a Hulk one? I feel like he's originally Captain Marvel. Like, that has to be his original sidekick. But Rick has been a sidekick to everyone. He was a sidekick to Cap. He was a sidekick to Hulk. He was a sidekick / the same person as Captain Marvel. Then the same thing with Captain Marvel's son. Yeah. That was A-Bomb. But yeah, I mean, Hulk-specific characters are like Ross and Betty and Doc Samson. Maybe Sasquatch, but Sasquatch is also Alpha Flight. Nikhil, do you yearn in general? No. I'm very content. Hulk has the most amount of side characters, though. I don't think the most is a fair statement in any capacity. Yeah. Humans are humans. Mutants are evolved humans. So the Inhumans are a subspecies of mutants. And humans are experimented humans from the Kree. From like back in the day. It's very similar to mutants, like in concept. But you know what? Don't worry about it. Doc Samson is such an interesting character. He's like the worst version of both Hulk and Bruce Banner. Yes. Meek had scissor hands because Korg squashes him, and Korg was earlier beaten by lack of flyers, which was Scissors losing to Rock, who lost to Paper. Oh. That's silly. What is Scar doing in the books right now? Could not tell you with a gun to my head. I know nothing about Scar. Mutants are not a different species, not how it works. No, I think the Homo superior, I think works best when it's treated like a publicity thing. Like, I think the idea of alienating a group of people by claiming that they are a different species is a lot better than them being literally a different species. Why do you keep stealing all my Inhumans knowledge? I'm sorry. Immortal Hulk is a great supporting cast. Yes. I feel like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like to say that Hulk has the most side characters feels like you've just read mainly Hulk solos. Every character with a solo book gets side characters. Like, Immortal Hulk's great. I love Immortal Hulk. It's wonderful. But like, Thor exists and has way more side characters. He has a whole kingdom. Scar was dead for a while. He just popped back up as a tyrant. Interesting. Scar had a wicked fight with Juggernaut. What? When? Compared to the other characters, Hulk has a whole cast you can play around with. Like with Peter, you can do a soap opera thing too. Yeah. Again, anyone who's had a solo book. Like, I don't understand what y'all are saying to me. It kind of feels like you just don't read the solo books. Every character who has a long-running solo has a supporting cast. That's just how things work. X-Men I've not brought up because, to be fair, the X-Men are an ensemble, so you could argue that none of them are singular supporting cast. But like Wolverine has a whole supporting cast. Do. We should actually make a book to correct all scientific inaccuracies in X books and say they were just propaganda to alienate the mutants. It comes up every now and then. Like, the thing I said is not very common, but it does come up. Or where it's like, y'all are definitely human beings. Like, having an extra gene doesn't make you a different species. But, have you seen any of the Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk show or movies? I've seen the Bill Bixby show, I assume is the old, like, Lou Ferrigno's Hulk show. I've seen some of that when I was a kid. My dad showed it to me. It was wonderful. Movies, no. Oh, yeah, I gotta read Imperial still. I'm so fucking behind on Marvel shit. X-Men is at its best when Storm leads it. Any evidence is that I like Storm the most and am biased. I agree. There's still a few supporting characters for X-Men, like Morva and Stevie Hunter, a couple government guys, etc. I mean, if we want to open it up to supporting cast for the X-Men as a property, there's a ton. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people support people in books. Everyone has a supporting cast. Nice to see some Beta Ray Bill love. Exactly. Wolverine has a rotating cast where people come and go, but Hulk has Betty, Ross, and Rick. How are Betty, Ross, and Rick not a supporting cast where people come and go? Fucking the Rosses were barely even in Immortal Hulk. Rick is the definition of comes and goes. Rick, also, like I said, is a Captain Marvel character. I don't know if he originated with Hulk, but like by far, if you look at mass publication, is a Captain Marvel character. There's the great moment in the animated series where Master Mold is like, mutants are humans. In order to destroy mutants, I must destroy humanity. Facts. For English Hulk had movies with Thor and Daredevil. I've seen the one with Thor. Not like all of it, but I've seen a piece of him meeting Thor. I did not know Daredevil was in it. That's interesting. Betty, Ross, and Rick, 2 people. Yes, I said the Rosses. Bitches. Oh, well, Rick's not a Ross. Okay, that's what I said. Betty, Ross, and Rick. 3 people. Betty Ross, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, and Rick. 3 people. Rick did originate Hulk issue 1. Here's my beef with that. I haven't gone back to read it. But, did he? Or did they just say the kid Hulk saved was Rick? That's a genuine question. Someone let me know. Because I feel like he had to have existed prior. But he may not have. Somewhere the retcons come in. I just don't know which one was the retcon. Doc Samson is 4. I'm not arguing he doesn't have a cast, guys. I'm just saying, if you're going to sit there and say Hulk is one of the only characters with a supporting cast, or that he has the most supporting characters, you're wrong. There are so many other characters with supporting casts. This isn't like controversial either. I'm not coming for Hulk. This is just how stories work. No, it was definitely Rick Jones. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so he starts as a Hulk guy, but like still, mass story-wise, Captain Marvel's his main bit. I stand by that. Jimmy Rick Jones introduced driving in a convertible towards a gamma bomb. I remember the convertible. Like, I know the exact scene of how Hulk saves the child. I just couldn't remember if they called him Rick in that book. Rick was also Bucky, yes. Rick is... one YouTube video I've always wanted to make is the life of Rick Jones. Because he is a Marvel character that fascinates me. Because he has been a sidekick to basically everyone. He is, like, the closest thing Marvel truly has to Jimmy Olsen, except... he's way less popular, so no one really talks about him. Fantastic Four probably have the largest casting as how many heroes started there. Yep, Fantastic Four is, I think, a wonderful candidate for a huge supporting cast. Rick's wearing the symbiotes now, isn't he? I think so. Last time I read Rick was it when he got all fucked up. Gambit's first solo literally introduced a full leagues of people, Lamau, just the nature of how Marvel moves. Exactly. When they made the first solo for Gambit, they had to introduce 70, 100 new characters he knew. And actually, that's kind of Gambit's bit. Like, every time Gambit does anything, there's some new character he knows. That's a good old friend of his. That's how things work. One thing DC does better than Marvel is its rogues gallery. I would disagree. I mean, there's Batman, but then Batman, Marvel's answer to that in rogues gallery would be Spider-Man, and I think those are about the same. Batman's a better rogues gallery than Spidey, but like in terms of like dominance, I think those are about the same. And then everyone else is equal in my eyes. Like, yeah, Superman has a handful of good villains. Flash has got some fun villains. The X-Men have fun villains. Fantastic Four have some fun villains. Like, I think it all kind of waters down the same. Yeah. Flash has the top 3 rogues gallery. He probably would be 3, I think. T'Challa's like every Wakandan resident. Yeah, I think all of the characters who have like a home and like a section of the world that's just for them definitely outpace Hulk for most supporting cast. Namor with all of Atlantis. Fucking Thor with Asgard. T'Challa with all of Wakanda. Like, sometimes people get a little cornered. Gambit has the Thieves and Assassins Guild, which, like, there's about 12 people in terms of actual characters, so I don't think I'd put him high on the list. But, like, they exist. And once you start including villains, then things get insane. Spider-Man has a gajillion villains. You ever done, like, a quiz that's, like, the top 10 or the top 100 most published characters or whatever? Half of them are Spider-Man supporting cast. They're either villains, or they're girlfriends, or they're, like, J. Jonah Jameson. And other bugle workers. Actually, yeah. You want to name shit? We got Mary Jane, Emma Watson, the one that's 2 B's, whose name... Brittany Brant? That can't be it. Something Brant. Betty Brant. Elizabeth Allen is from the movie... Yes. What is her name in the book? No, Liz Allen's from the book. Liz Allen. You got all of the villains. That's like an infinite number, but there's 6 at least. You got J. Jameson. You got Ben Urich. You got the other one that's from the Bugle, whose name also escapes me right now. Eddie Brock. Like, literally, you want to do who has the biggest supporting cast? I just don't. Just say you just read a Hulk comic. I don't get what we're doing here. Sony made several movies based on Spider-Man supporting characters. Exactly. They had a whole universe for Spidey supporting characters. There's a whole Spider-Verse now of variants of Peter Parker serving as Peter's supporting cast. Robbie Robertson. Thank you. Yes, that's the other bugle worker. Ned Leeds. Yeah, another perfect one. Black Cat, Silver Sable, Cloak and Dagger. Yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba. Flash Thompson. It is fun, like, to do those things. It is truly insane how many characters. Can I do a Sporkle quiz, or do you think my internet will give out? Because now I want to do that Sporkle quiz. I've done it before, so, like, it's not super difficult, but, like, I didn't memorize it. Let's see. Let's see if we can do a Sporkle quiz, or if my internet will just die. From first thing we got to do is minimize OBS so that I can see my computer. Cool. Second thing we got to do is see if it will let me do this. Discard. Window capture. Google Chrome. Come on, Google Chrome. Let's go. You can't see it, but I can. All right. This is real spur of the moment, so I don't have like a setup here. But if I just shorten myself and make this a little bigger, you can see how many times I had to log into OBS. Probably shouldn't have that on my screen. Okay. Move that down like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys are going to have to see some black screen because that's how this works. Let me rearrange my desk so that I can get my keyboard here. Whoa. Now we don't have to keep talking about supporting casts. We can move on. We have 106 people here. It's crazy the moment I start to do something in one of these lives, people actually show up. When I'm just chatting, it's like, But now I'm going to do something. All right. Most published Marvel characters. Sporkle! Yeah! I think this is it. No! Do I gotta do this on a fucking window that's not got ad blocker? Pause on this site. That sucks. Okay, you guys are gonna have to see ads on Sporkle. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay, I also can't see the chat anymore, so we're gonna have to change. There we go. This is just on my end. I saw the red and thought you were watching on Nintendo Direct for a second. No, we're doing the most published characters 1 to 100. I'm sorry, you have to watch ads. Ready? Let's do it. First off, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, fucking, who else? Black Widow, Hawkeye, Cyclops, Charles Xavier, Magneto. Uh-oh. M always gets me. Magneto, fucking Jean Grey, Iceman, Angel, Beast, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm. No, it's gotta be Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman, Human Torch, The Thing. Ooh, Patsy Walker is a great shout. Really? That's not true. Patsy Walker definitely is up there. They're just not counting her. Anyway, but my point earlier was to do it this way. If I can spell, J. Jonah Jameson's in there. I think Betty Brant is... Brant? Oh yeah, maybe not. Mary Jane Watson. Oh, they just already put it in. Mary Jane. Venom. Green Goblin. Ben Urich, maybe? No. Okay. Who else? Kraven. Mysterio. I'm trying to think of old villains. Sinister. Do they want Hellcat? Oh, they might want Hellcat. No, but it should be Patsy Walker. They're so wrong for not counting her. Because she predates Marvel, and I think that's why they don't do it. Here, you guys want to see those fucking Hulk supporting characters you kept talking about? Oh, Rick Jones actually might be on here. That's not true. That can't be true. Captain Marvel. Oh, yeah. Let's do the giant-sized team. Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Kitty Pryde. You're wrong. Shadowcat? Okay. Emma Frost. Who else am I missing? Banshee? Huh. Juggernauts. Why are you calling her Aunt May? Don't say I'm near Aunt May's age. That's crazy. I got Namor. I did Namor. We got 10 minutes, guys. We're not getting humbled. The Lizard. Lizard's a good call for a Spider-Man villain. I don't believe this list. Oh, you know who is in here? Thank you. Jubilee. Who are other 90s characters? Bishop. Rachel Summers. You see how much this is X-Men? Let's go. Psylocke. It's a good shout. Who else joins the team later? Rogue joins the team later. Who's between Namor and Hawkeye, you think? Ant-Man is a great shout. How is Hank that low? I don't believe some of this shit. Electro. Kingpin, also, I would say, Spider-Man supporting character. Have I done Electra? Electra. Really? No Electra. I've done Daredevil, my lords. I've done them. Widow we've done. Gambit we've done. Who would be between Namor and Hawkeye? Who's more popular than Hawkeye? Ooh, Wasp maybe? No. Oh, Nick Fury's a good shout. Okay, that was the highest one we haven't done yet. This is driving me insane. Mystique is gonna be on here. Wow, the Brotherhood showing up. Oh, duh. And Quicksilver. Who else is an old-ass X-Men villain? Silver Surfer's a great idea. Galactus, maybe? Franklin? Yeah, okay. Leech! No, that was a bold thing. Deadpool I did not do. He could be the one up there. I don't believe this list. This seems that seems really low for Deadpool. Alright, we're at 61 of 100. I know a lot more of these are Spider-Man characters. Because I always get them wrong. Vision, Blade, Ghost Rider. Oh, no Blade? Huh. Ghost Rider. No Ghost Rider. Deadpool is done. Scarlet Spider. No. Doctor Doom, you are right, is a good one. Who are other big villains? Baron, Zemo. Nope. Red Skull. No. Loki? Okay. No Ghost Rider surprising. No Ghost Rider is baffling. I'm very curious about this list. Ultron. No. Captain America we've done. Nightcrawler we've done. Rhino is a good idea. Anyone from like the 60s that could have just been around for a long time. I love watching videos when I'm writing or editing. Thank you. Scarlet Spider is not on there. Miles Morales might be. I don't know if he has enough appearances recently. Who else is getting a ton of appearances recently? Kamala X-23? No. Mirage would be Wow. Okay. Cannonball. Sunspot. Let's go, X-Men, man. Who else? Wolfsbane. Wow, even Karma? Ms. Marvel. No. Dazzler. Chameleon. I tried Mysterio. Oh. Wonder Man. Daredevil Beast? Carnage. They either gonna be old characters or they gotta be like characters that have popped off. Human Torch we've done. Power Man, yes. Iron Fist. Not Jessica. She wouldn't be on there. Danny we've done. Who else is in X-Men books that would be? Multiple Man. This would be crazy. Okay. Not stronger. Oh, Polaris. Havoc. The Thing we've done. White Tiger, maybe? No. Stiltman, I don't think so. Gwen is a great idea. Gwen! I don't believe you! She-Hulk. There has to be some stipulation here of like people who have led a book. Impossible Man? No way. Juggernaut, we've done. Star-Lord, no. Maybe Thanos? Gamora? I'm trying to think of the ones that would actually be in things. Wow. Wow. This is not going good for me. Who's Black Knight? Nova? Apocalypse is a fun shout. Annihilus? I think what it is it's requiring you to have been a major part of the book. Jessica would really confuse me if she was in here. Okay. Adam Warlock. Tim Drake is not going to be in here. Hellcat we've tried. Ooh, Black Bolt's not a bad idea. None of those. Hercules. That was a good shout. Jim I don't even know who Jim Corrigan is, but I'll type it in. Spider-Woman is a wonderful idea. Captain Britain. Bucky Barnes. Really? Okay, I guess he died for too long. Sinister we've done. What are other X-Men villains? There's still someone between Namor and Hawkeye that I don't have, which is kind of killing me. Nightcrawler has been done. I will type him in again in case I missed him, but I'm so sure I got him. Yeah, I did Nightcrawler. Really? Moira McTaggart? That's insanity. Black Cat. No. High Evolutionary, there's no shot. Yeah. Kingpin, I think we've done, and I think did make it in. No Moon Knight. We've not done Cable, and we should. Rachel Summers, we've done. Tombstone. So what we're really learning here is that X-Men are the kings. Have I not done Iceman? Okay. I thought I'd done Iceman. Who are the really popular X-Men that got brought in like the 90s? Oh, Forge. There we go. You try Kang. War Machine. War Machine's on the list already. Galactus we've already tried. The Watcher? Okay. We're doing really good. We have 17. We've only missed 17, which is crazy. You got Sabretooth? I do not have Sabretooth. That was very helpful. Other giant famous villains, like on the all-time list of villains, who would be up there? What I learned is that this is made by an old guy. I mean, to be fair, it is most published characters. It was always going to be people from the 60s. Flash is a good idea. But I do think there's not enough side characters. Black Panther. Yeah. Juggernaut, I think I did a long time ago. Yes. Not any of the Cuckoos. Oh, 3 of the Cuckoos. My apologies. Toad, I already got in. Banshee, I tried. Sun's Fire. Not Otuma. Mary Jane. I did try Mary Jane earlier. I've got 40 seconds. I'll try to make it red. I don't think it's going to happen. Green Goblin we got in. Armor. No. Black Widow we did. Strong Guy we've done. Magic is a good pick. No. Maybe at the end. Yep. Almost at the very end. Colossus I think we already have. 7 seconds. Come on. We're 10 away. I think this is going to be it for us. But 90 out of 100 is pretty damn good. Oh, Maria Hill. That was smart. Also, the one that was between Namor and Hawkeye was Doctor Strange, which is genuinely infuriating. Dr. Octopus. I typed Doc Ock. That's on me. Domino, Warpath, and Boom Boom. If I had thought to go to X-Force, I would have gotten all those. I should have known Shaw after Emma made it in. Red Hulk is, I think, the one Hulk supporting character on this list. These are all X-Men. This really, that hurts my soul. All right, well, I liked this. What other ones do we have? What is this? 5 Marvel characters with the most published appearance for each letter of the alphabet. That could be fun. Okay. So same game, but now it's alphabet based. Which means we're all going to say the same things. Alright? It's the same game, but slightly alphabetized. Red Hulk is that kind of motion because it's also zoom. Zoom in on the window a bit, though. I can, but I gotta make sure you can see everything. Yeah, how's that? Is that what we're looking at here? Maybe even make it a little... Yeah, now you guys can see all that, right? Perfect. Okay. We will do A through Z. It is the same characters, but now we have to do it a different way. Ready? Play quiz. Ant-Man. Oh, what? Is it real names? That's not going to work. Okay, it's not real names. Thank God. Apocalypse. Who the fuck is more popular? Namor. Oh, let's do all the basic ones again. Human Torch. Invisible Woman. Reed Richards. Really? I have to type in? Okay. Mr. Fantastic. The Thing. And I already did Human Torch, I think. We'll do it anyway. And then let's go through all of our X-Men. Iceman. Cyclops. Jean Grey. Rachel Summers. Well, I have her. Cable. Angel. Beast. Colossus. Kitty Pryde. You're gonna make me type Shadowcat. You bastards. Nightcrawler. Rogue. Jubilee. Gambit. Psylocke. Wolverine himself. X-23. Zaz. I always forget how to spell Zaz's name, but that's definitely one of the Z's. Who's in... Also an X-Men that I've now gotten off my... Oh, Mystique. Magneto. Saber... No Magneto? Oh, Mangito is what I wrote. Magneto. Sabretooth. I disagree with you. Kingpin. Green Goblin. Dr. Octopus. There's some more X-Men. Domino. Really? How was Domino? Alright, whatever. Warpath. How was Warpath not on this, but he was on the other one? What the hell are you talking about? Boom, boom. Frustration. Really? Okay. Wolfsbane? Okay, that's something, I guess. Sunspot? The S's must be really loaded. Doctor Strange. Hawkeye. Black Widow. Thor. Hulk. Okay, so now I have, I think, all the basic ones. Now we need to... Oh, Storm. I did forget Storm. I have, I think, all the basic ones. So now we need to figure out who fits in the rest of these. Can you see everything? Not really. There we go. Okay. Purple Man can also go in Z. That's a good idea. Forge. Really? No one's even in Fs. Who the hell's going in the Fs? Franklin. Yeah, Franklin goes in the Fs. Okay. Leech? Artie? Oh. Yeah, we should probably type Spider-Man in. Zemo. Zarathos. Who the fuck is Zarathos? I'm a fucking noob, man. What the fuck is Zarathos? Black Panther. All right, we're almost done with the B's. We're doing trash on the A's. Oh, you know who I think the last B probably is? Really? He was in the other one, so make sense. Oh, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. How can there be that many more Qs? Oh, well, I guess that's the point of the game. Daredevil, yes. Let's go ahead and do those guys. Iron Fist, Elektra. Who starts with an E that's more known than Elektra? Arnim Zola? I appreciated the idea. Madam Web, no. Vision. I'll type Madam Web, but I don't think she's making it in. J. Jonah Jameson. Scorpion. No, we're pretty much all done with S's. Craven. Really? There's other K's? I don't believe you. Quentin Beck. Mysterio. Jan Rog is a great shout. If that's not, can I type it? If that's not right, I would. That's wrong to my soul. Quentin Quire. Kid Omega. That's not even a K? How many K's can there be? Charles Xavier. You're wrong. Xavier. Oh, it's under P. What an interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, Kang went in. Okay. I will type in elongated man for you. Okay. Enchantress is a good pick for E's. Emma Frost, Sebastian Shaw. Right, because why would he be involved in this one? Domino. Ms. Marvel. Oh, someone told me how to spell Zax. Thank you. A Hulk villain. Oh, Abomination probably, right? Leader. Wonder Man is a good Wonder Man. Let me make this a little smaller so I can make the chat a little easier. Ooh, Taskmaster. That's very smart. I forgot about Taskmaster in the last one. Moon Knight. Still no Moon Knight. He's too new of a guy, I think. Punisher. This one I Gwen Stacy. Mary Jane. Aunt May. Yeah, okay, Aunt May makes sense to be that high up. Power Man we've done. Angel we've done. Mary Jane we've done. Wasp, yes. Shit, this one's so much harder. We're only at 63 of 130. Taskmaster we've done. X-Man is in. Khonshu. Cole from Lego Ninjago. Werewolf by Night. Mary Jane we've done. Iceman we've done. I'm at a loss here. Who are the famous doctors in comics? We have Doctor Strange and Dr. Octopus. I think these are alphabetical, so I think these have to be doctors. Galactus. Yes. Annihilus? Oh. Dagger. Cloak. No. Not Sauron. Hellcat. Patsy Walker. Dr. Doom. Yep. Dr. Connors. Yondu doesn't have a ton of... What? I guess the Ys don't have a ton of competition. Doc Samson we can try. Dr. Voodoo I already tried. I guess I could try Dr. Samson like that. War Machine. Really? Not in the W. You gotta remember, guys, it's alphabetical. So the last W is W-O something. Khazar. W-O between L and N. Oh, so it's not alphabetical. What the hell? Wolfsbane should be above Wonderband. Maybe it's by rank then? Yeah, it's not alphabetical. I was wrong. So the deed may not be Doctor. It's by popularity. Groot. Valkyrie, I can see. Wonder if our boy got in. Beta Ray Bill? Yondu we've tried. Yondu is not in here. Ultron. Did I try Craven already? Ooh, Falcon's a really good one. Good job. Try Dazzler. I've done Dazzler. Duck the Howard. Yukio is not in that many books. But, again, Y is a very uncomplicated field, I guess. Deadpool. That's surprising. Type it again, because I don't really quite believe that wasn't the answer. Gamora. I gotta delete Deadpool. Gamora. Thanos. Nebula. Drax? Is it Drax? I thought it was going to be Drax, guys. It's not Doorman. Venom. Oh, Venom filled up a lot. Great. Korg would be crazy. Also, hello, Hermes, by the way. I'm on my phone. It's so hard to see what's on the list. It's okay, my friends. Don't you ever worry your little heads. Oh, have I done Loki? Okay, there's Loki. Omega Red. He is the only O so far. Omega Red. Ridiculous. Yandroth. I trust you. Odin was a very smart move. X-Ray. Squirrel Girl. Think old. Think people from back in the day whose names start with funny things. Odin. Laufey. Elektra. Mephisto. Valeria we've tried. Aqu we have on the list. Lilandra isn't in that much, and Elle seems to be pretty competitive. Onslaught's not enough, but fuck me. Zorn? The X's are weird, man. How are we so close to done with the X's? Winter Soldier was a good idea, but alas. How is Warpath not one of the W's? How is that possible? U.S. Agent, Red Skull, Baron Zemo. Has Loki come up yet? Yes. Zorn's in. Yondu didn't happen. Shauna the She-Devil is crazy, but I appreciate your dedication. Daredevil we've tried. No shot Mojo. Okay. Long Shot. No. Dazzler. I think we already did. Gambit. Where's my G's? Did I do Gambit? Each of G. Gambit was number 1. Let's go. Danny Rand. We already have Iron Fist in. They would have done it. Brother Voodoo. I like your thinking. Kid Omega. I've tried. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Cable I've tried. I'm pretty sure. I won't type in Agent 13, but Domino? No. Dakin, I thought that was going to be it. Nimrod's not in a ton, but I'll type it in. Oh, Sinister. Mr. Sinister. Really? Okay. Captain Marvel, I think I've done, but we'll do it again. I had not done. Zabu is a wonderful get. That's clever. Sentry. No, Sentry's new. Any of the Eternals? Cersei would be the best shot. Actually, I think she spells it like that. Maybe they count Sentinels. Yeah. Master Mold. Who are the X-Men villains that show up a lot? Nova. Nice. We still don't have... I don't think there's anyone who would have... Oh, Nightcrawler. Did I never do Nightcrawler? Oh, I did. Who would be more published than Namor with an N? Captain Britain. Darwin's not in it basically anything, but I'll type it in. Black Bolt. No, the Inhumans are not hitting the numbers we want from them. Danger, no. Nova's in the thing. Human Torch, I think we already did, but I will do it again. Werewolf by Night, I remember trying. Dark Beast. Vulture, I think, is in there, yes. Nick Fury. Maria Hill. Nick Fury was the one to beat out Namor. Good job, whoever said it. Nebula, we're done with ends. No more ends. Jessica Jones. Oh, Silver Surfer. Have I done Silver Surfer? Yes. Jessica Jones. It's hard because some of these characters I wouldn't be on here, except for the fact that they like Quasar. Because of why not? Chameleon. Oh, Bullseye? Is he the other B? Death herself is a Marvel character, but it's not in there. Hitmonkey is not going to be in there, but we'll try. Oh, Hitmonkey was the last guess. Damn! Okay, so this one actually did include side characters, and I gave up too fast. Alicia Masters, Ares, insane. Bishop, I should have guessed. I forgot which X-Men I'd already done. Cannonball, same thing. I started doing the New Mutants, and it wasn't working, and I gave up too early. Dum Dum Dugan is crazy. Foggy, I should have done when I did Daredevil. Fandral. I did Red Hulk. They didn't take it. They wanted General Ross, which is crazy to me. Hercules. Icarus. I said Cersei was our one bet, but I guess I was wrong. Jarvis. That makes sense. Karnak and Kid Colt. Insane. Liz Allen. Lizard. Lockheed. All of those were in the chat. I'm sorry to everyone who it was. Owl and Omega Sentinel is really funny. Polaris I should have done. Where was my X-Men brain? Come on. Quake, Quasimodo, Robbie Robertson, Rick Jones, She-Hulk, Yellow Claw, Yellow Jacket, Emir, the Frost Giant. I did Laffy. I didn't do Emir. Zavin makes sense. Watcher makes sense. Uncle Ben, I guess for U's specifically. If the fifth U is Ulik the Troll, Zeus, Zarko, I don't know any of the Z's. I don't want to do most published again. No, I'm not doing Harry Potter. Don't be ridiculous. Close. Okay, we're going to do this just to give up and see what the next one is. Why are they all most published? I want to do fun. Do no one make new Sporkles anymore? Is it just the same old Sporkles? Are you serious? This is just a typing exercise at this point. Why have I done every Sporkle? I've done this one too. Oh my god, Sugar Man. I love these sprites. Whoever does, is in charge of making these little sprites are so funny. Mystique, Lockheed. I think that's supposed to be the Technarch. I'm going to start this just to see if that's supposed to be the Technarch, because that's so funny. That's the Phalanx. That's hilarious. Okay. Original X-Men. X-Men characters by Lego? It's very clear. Very obvious. Ooh! This is fun. X-Men characters by screen time in the movie. This could be cute. Should I stop being live? I have been live for over an hour, so we'll do this one and then I think I'll be done. But I'm getting in a sporkly brain, and there's 100 of you here, so clearly you're liking it too. I don't know if you've seen the X-Men movies, but you should. Let's see. Play quiz. Wolverine has got to be the answer to most of these. Yes. Mystique has got to be the answer to most of these. Xavier, Magneto. That's hilarious. I could just list X-Men, but I would like to make educated guesses. I think that's the only way to actually make this fun. So for X-Men specifically, Rogue would have to be it. And then, I don't know, Jean? Yeah, okay. X2, who gets more? Stryker. Yas! X3, Wolverine, Magneto, Jean Grey, someone else, and Professor X. Beast? No. Damn. Wolverine, Mariko, and how do you Karada? Can I type in Silver Samurai? Will that work? Okay. Harada. Iceman, I don't think would ever be. Oh no, Kitty's not really in X3 either. Storm? Does Storm finally hit in X3? I thought so. X-Men Origins Wolverine, Sabretooth, Wolverine, Stryker. Who's Yukio? Really? Oh, that is the Wolverine. Who is it in X-Men Origins that has Copycat? Who's his wife? And who's will.i.am play? Pyro. Deadpool would be in the Deadpool movies. That's fair. We filled up most of the prequels just by trying to do this legitimately. Deadpool filled in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Psylocke's not in any of these, really. Okay, well, Deadpool movies, Cable, Vanessa. She is Copycat, so that should have just been it anyway. Deadpool, Vanessa. Who else is in the original Deadpool? Oh, Colossus. Negasonic, Teenage, Warhead. Okay, really? Who's Ajax? And who's Ajax's like Angel Dust? Really? Fire Fist? Okay. Silver Fox. Thank you. I knew that was going to be his wife. First Class, Magneto, Professor X, Mystique, Beast. Who would be the other one there? Banshee? Oh, no, it'd be the villain, probably. Sebastian Shaw. Wolverine. It's the other boy. I just don't know who the other boy in the Wolverine is. He's like an archer. You remember him? Juggernaut isn't... Oh, maybe for Deadpool 2. Domino for Deadpool 2. Absolutely. Logan has X-23, Wolverine, and the Professor X. And then... Fuck, what's Robo Boy's name? I'm like the only one who ever knows it anyway. Donald Pierce. Yes, okay. Donald Pierce. And then who's the scientist? Oh, Viper for Wolverine. Yes. Weasel for Deadpool is smart. Logan in X-Men Apocalypse. We're missing someone else for X-Men Apocalypse. Oh, Archangel? No, Apocalypse himself. Duh. Apocalypse himself. Logan. Who the fuck? It's gotta be the scientist guy. Yeah? Oh no, Caliban. Good shout. X-Men Dark Phoenix. Who? God, that movie sucked. Who is the evil woman? Who's the fucking Shi'ar girl? What do they call her? She's not even Shi'ar, is she? She's like Dabari. Do they just call her Dabari? That would make my life a lot easier. What? It's not Storm. We've already done Storm before. Dakin's not in any of these. I did Nightcrawler just now. Who? We have 4 minutes to get the last name. Vuk? Ah, that was unfortunate. I liked this though. This was a fun one. Oh, you guys couldn't even see it. That's why. I'm sorry. There's Vuk. There we go. That's my B, guys. Was Jubilee in that one? Jubilee's not really in any of them. Like, she shows up, but she doesn't get good time. Is this a similar thing? This is fun, so we can't fill it in by accident. Alright, I know I said I was going to be done, but I want to do this one too. Wolverine has the most. Let's see if I can do it in order. Wolverine, and then Rogue, and then Jean. Fuck, I didn't do it in order. Shit. Fuck! I can't do it in order. That's become clear. Is it Magneto? Does it go to villain next? It goes to villain next. Okay, we're back on. Now who has slightly less than Cyclops in the original X-Men movie? So this movie's so long ago. I don't want to guess random characters. I want to do it with brain, but I'm trying to think of who is in this movie for less time. It might be Sabretooth. Fuck! Alright. It's not Storm either. Mystique is a good pick. Damn it! Who is there between Cyclops and Storm? How much time is that? 8 minutes and 30 seconds of the movie has this character on screen. It can't be Nightcrawler. He's not in that movie. We've already done Mystique and Sabretooth, and they're the more prominent people. We've done Storm, we've done Jean, we've done Xavier. I'm so far behind. Sorry. Don't be sorry. You guys are good to go. You guys are good to go. Toad? No. I'm missing someone huge. Oh, is it Iceman? No. Shit! Guys, Charles Xavier is on this list. I know there's a stream delay, but come on. Is Kitty in the first movie? Kitty is in 30 seconds of the first movie. Beast is in the third one. He's not in the first one. I'll type Kelly. Kelly was the answer. I never would have gotten that. Alright. I'm not trying to give you free ads. Should I do these for every single movie? No, that'd be crazy. What is this? I don't think there's... I don't know if I can do this one myself because I am dumb. But we have 10 minutes. Which Jedi has a lightsaber duel with Sith Lord Darth Vader? Luke. Which former apprentice of Darth Sidious was killed by his next apprentice? I don't know. Who the fuck was Darth Sidious? Dooku? Which Jedi served as an apprentice to Jedi Knight Anakin? Sorry, Ahsoka. Someone tell me how to spell Ahsoka in the chat. Which former Jedi... Oh, actually, it'll tell me in the thing if I just look at it. Ahsoka. Which former Jedi became a mercenary for the Sith Lord Darth Tyrannus? Huh? Oh, it's one of those two. I assume Ventress? I'm going to type in Ventress. We are killing this. Which Jedi Master died during Episode 4, New Hope? Obi-Wan, let's go. Which character served as the leader for the Separatists during the Clone Wars? We have Oprus and Grievous. I assume Grievous? Let's go. Which Jedi Master was executed during Order 666? Okay, well, I don't know who Plo Koon is, so probably Plo Koon. And which Sith Lord served as the Jedi General of the Grand Army of the Republic during the Clone Wars? Is that Sidious? Vader wasn't Vader yet during the Clone Wars. No, but Jedi General. Oh. Let's go! 100%. Which character died aboard the Invisible Hand flagship of General Grievous? It's not where Luke died. Which character has a lightsaber duel with the Darkside Warrior Savage Oprus? I think we decided Ventress was also evil, so we're going to go with Ahsoka. Fuck! No! Which character is responsible for the death of the other, Grievous or Obi-Wan? Well, Grievous didn't kill Obi-Wan, so I'm assuming Obi-Wan killed Grievous. Okay. Which character discovered the Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano? Vader or Plo Koon? I'm assuming it's not Vader. Let's go. Which character had mastered Force Lightning? Dooku or Ventress? Does Dooku have lightning? Dooku has lightning. Let's go. Which character was captured and taken to the Genosha Penthraki arena to be executed? I assume also Plo Koon. Oh no, that's in 2, right? That's the fight with. I forgot Obi-Wan's in the prequels. God damn it. Which character was Jedi Apprentice to the other's Jedi Apprentice? Obi-Wan. Yeah, because the prequels. This is where I'm gonna expose myself as not as knowledgeable about Star Wars as most people. But I've seen the movies and I didn't like the prequels because the prequels retcon a lot of stuff. But now it's controversial to say that because that's just the story of Star Wars, and so they're not seen as retcons anymore. But I feel like the original trilogy made it very clear that Obi-Wan, it went Yoda, Obi-Wan, Luke. And then they threw in a Dooku in there, and I don't appreciate that. And I think that's why the same movie they go out of their way to show that Yoda teaches the younglings, so they can be so technically Yoda did teach Obi-Wan. He just wasn't his master. But I think that's silly. I liked Yoda Obi Luke. But, you know, I didn't read any of y'all's chat for that. So, you know what? It's okay. All right. We are going to call it because I have to edit an entire video today and read an entire book. And so I don't know how I'm going to do that. I kind of want to just go read my book and not do my video. But then I won't have a video for Monday. And that's going to be bad. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, have a wonderful time, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know how this became Sporkle, but I'm glad it did. And you know what? It went off kind of without a hitch. So maybe we can start doing fun things during the